So there's a new game out. It's called Nodewar, essentially for programmers. You have, at the moment, two teams of spaceships that you want to ram into one another. The queen is the goal of your attacks, and whenever any ship is hit, then it will split in half. The way this ring is the edge of the battlefield, and it will tighten as the time goes on. And these moons, if you hit them, you'll die, and they'll rotate around you. Mostly in response to these smaller ships, because they're heavier than your big ship. The way that you control them is through, oh, this sucks since it's over here, is through some code that you write. Right, this person hasn't changed the defaults at all. So you've got essentially two things that you're going to send to each ship. This O is like the ship and like all the game state. Each ship will get torque and thrust and decide how to move at any given instant. In this case, they've said, how fast is the moon coming toward me? If you look it up, you can read it. How far is it from me? And in this case, if it's coming faster than 0.1 meters per second, let's say, and I am within 80% of the whole field, then just turn on the thrusters. In this case, this person has the default, which I just showed you, which means that all of these are going to do nothing unless they're too close to the edge, which this guy is. This guy for some reason does nothing. He turns his shifter around and that. But as you'll see, that's not too bad a strategy, given that this guy is going to push his ship. Now, this is yellow for the moment. It's invincible, so when one ship hits another ship, then the ship that got hit, isn't going to be totally destroyed. But that fades eventually. So these people just got next to some moons, so it's going to start to really ramp up the pressure because of that other condition over there. This guy has turned around his ships, and we'll just let them coast. Again, hitting it. There you can see the other aspect. These two ships will split up. If they get too small, I think I said that already, then they become inactive. So, and loses the game for himself. Let's go to someone with real class instead. So, while it would be cool to show you one of the best ones, I'm going to show you more like a medium one. We are going to look at the spaceship's code. You can share your code or not share your code. Most people have not, but most people are also just copying the code that they can see. At least the public ones that I can see. Anyway, this person, keeps track of his mothership. Oh, mothership is like a common state to all your ships. So it's going to save values for you besides, just doing global values. And his initial loop says that he's going to look for the closest enemy ship. If he loses stuff, he's going to, print out that sort of stuff. If he's too far, he's going to try and get closer. And he, like most others, has a threats array or stack. People usually use that to figure out if, say the moons are too close to you, then you're going to want to try and move away, but if the edge is too close, then you're going to have to jet across, or if too many of your little guys are around your queen ship, then you're going to have to resolve that problem. This is pretty atypical, as most of them have this kind of thing, but just totally geared towards how many threats are arrayed against me. And his, oh, that's nice, it just got bigger. And said, threat factor stuff. Okay, so, you're not watching this to have me circle my mouse around code. So all that stuff has this result. Remember, this guy is who we're watching. That guy, oh man, I just wish I'd watched that. So he's circling around, whereas this guy is taking it sort of slow and keeps his ships well away from himself. This person has really bad drone AI as they keep hitting, but you saw that he's now attacking with gusto, but got crushed up in the sinning moons right there. So I'd show you the awesome people, but why don't you join, and then you can see for yourself their playthrough. So that's all.